Hey everybody, we are live. I'm starting a little bit early over what we had scheduled. Here, let me move this more here. There we go. All right, so as usual, let me know if you have any questions, how the audio is working, things of that nature. I'm going to be trying some screen share here, which I haven't done before. Or the last time I tried, it really did not work out well. So we're going to see how that works, and we're going to see how that goes, right? Because I'm going to be working on video editing, I have my Qui-Gon Jinn. Oh, that's a hideous color on camera. Maybe it's just my screen. I don't know. Anyways, thank you for joining me. Let's see if I can get this thing working. So we're going to do this. Maybe, yeah. So we're going to share. We're going to share the screen. Which, uh-oh. Let's see if that works. Let's see if that works. Oop. And I think we're going to share the audio. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Should we share the audio on this? We'll share the audio. Let's see how that works. We'll share the audio. Window. Oh, there we go. That's what we're going to share. Perfect. Perfect. I think we got this. I think we got this, right? That looks sort of right. No. There we go. Figured it out. Figured it out. Okay. So let me know, again, let me know on the audio because I'm sharing the audio on both of this and I want to make sure the audio is okay and that we're not messing around. But I'm going to edit our Jediism versus society video on capitalism. I'm a little disappointed because I did a good take, and that video corrupted, the file corrupted, and I lost it. And so we're going to see how this works. And the Qui-Gon Jinn, which I was going to do for a different live video. I was going to make a couple drinks, Star Wars inspired, put my University of Mixology knowledge to use, but that did not work. All right. So what else are we going to need? We're going to need some stuff for... All right. So how is everybody doing? You guys can talk during this, right? You guys know that, right? You know that, right? Y'all are good. Tell me how you are. Tell me what's up. Okay, so we're going to start with this. Edit that out. And again, let me know on the audio per se. Oh, wait. You know what? There's a reason I can't hear the audio there. And that's because... That's because I was muted the entire time. Okay, figured that out. Oh, that's loud. That is loud in my speakers. Where's my volume? Okay. Again, let me know on the audio. So if it's like weird or something like that, let me know how that is working. Is this? I think this thing's messing around with it too. There we go. Okay. Back to it. Dude. Good. Got it. What, that's it? No, let's get into it. Okay, guess that's it. All right, boom. Boom. How is everybody doing? Let me know what's going on, guys. You could talk. I promise you. We're just going to be doing this video editing as well. And we can still talk about capitalism within Star Wars or the Jedi or things of that nature in case any points come up. Kind of sneak peek of the video that's going to happen. But also, you know, if you have questions, if you have concerns, if you want to just say hello, you can do all those things. This is a general chat. I believe TD is here. Anthony, what's going on, man? AD, I guess. TD, depending on which one you want to use. All right, let's get back to it. All right. I'm gonna cut this out. Don't need that. I don't think I ended up really addressing classism in the video just because I did in my other take that got lost. Like the file got corrupted. I know I did that one. I was really happy with that one. But all right, so we have minimalism, classism, and consumerism. Man, my nose is bothering me. All right, so we have minimalism, right? Said that. Oop. There we go. Minimalism. Okay, there we go. There is no one in the chat. What's going on, guys? How come you're not chatting? What's going on? Come on. You could chat with me. You could say hello, unless you're on Facebook, and then I can't see some of the comments on Facebook. I can't see the comments on Facebook. But if you're on our YouTube channel and you're watching, say what's up. Say what's going on. Okay. So we have minimalism, consumerism. There, consumerism. How's that? Good enough? Good enough. Get to enjoy. You guys get to enjoy the boringness that is video editing every single time. All right. It's a lot of repetition. And classism. That's a long, stretched out, unnecessary. I must have forgot what the heck I was talking about. All right, there we go. Clean that up. Boom. I do have a question. If anybody is in, oh, we got some. We do it. I've never actually seen the video editing process. Yep. So I don't think a lot of people have. I know I never did before I started getting into these videos. So that's kind of why I wanted to show my process. It's not really in depth. It's not really technical and stuff like that. So a lot of repetition. Let me know if you can hear the video as I'm editing it or not, or anything like that. Connor, Waterman. Hey, dude, what's going on, man? What's up? How you guys doing? How is everybody doing? And again, if you have questions, even if it's about the video or if you have editing questions, if you have any questions at all, even random questions, who's your favorite Star Wars character? You are always free to ask and talk, and let me know. I'll periodically be jumping back and forth between video editing and checking on the chat and making sure that we are doing that. So let's make sure this is right. I don't like this. I did not cut that one properly. I did not cut that one properly. All right. Oh well. Right. We want to put something in there. Enjoying the Bad Batch. Yes, I am. In fact, I mentioned it in this video or that I'm working on, or at least that I mentioned that we see, even though that when the Empire takes over, right? When the Empire takes over the Galactic Republic and it becomes the Empire, the new Imperial Empire, there's been an idea that it became a socialist nation, but it didn't. Uh, Palpatine took over the banking clan. He just nationalized everything. Like he nationalized the Trade Federation. He nationalized the Intergalactic Banking Clan, so it becomes the Imperial Banking Clan. And we see in the Bad Batch about turning in the credit, doing the gene coding to get your Imperial credits, meaning you can transfer your Republic credits to Imperial credits, so you don't lose value, so you don't lose the commerce there. And they use capitalism, they use that commercialism, they use that consumerism to get people to switch over their money and get their gene code taken, that they can continue to use the capitalistic nature of the Republic within the Imperial. The Imperial continues to be capitalistic in nature, even though it nationalizes everything. And we see it in the Bad Batch. But yes, I know that it has nothing. I am enjoying the Bad Batch. I'm very much enjoying it. I'm really interested to see where they go with it. I'm really hoping for a happy ending on behavioral modification being like reversed and stuff like that. So I'm hoping for it. I'm enjoying it so far. I think it's a fun ride. It's interesting, and you know, Dave Filoni and his orphan child and reluctant father figure methodology or formula that he uses for most of his Star Wars TV shows seems to be working really well. So I'm absolutely enjoying the Bad Batch right now. Is everybody else enjoying it? Is everybody else digging it? I am definitely having fun with it. All right, I wanted to see if we could find Jedi versus the Trade Federation droid. No, that won't be it. I don't think that will be it. Let me try. Yes, this is it. Perfect. Is that legal? I will make it legal. Excellent. That's exactly what I was looking for. Excellent, excellent. Okay. So we're going to put that there. Gonna need to move this over here. Let's see. Make sure I'm staying up with the chat. Why you gotta be so handsome, damn Jedi, making us Sith look like scrubs? You know, I just try to be fancy. I just try to be fancy. That's all. Also, are you drinking what you think you're drinking? Yes. The color doesn't seem to be showing up well, but this is a Qui-Gon Jinn. I will be doing a Star Wars theme video using my University of Mixology skills eventually. A little Zoism in the kitchen, perhaps. But yes, it is. I scolded. I couldn't agree more. Thank you very much. I just, yeah, I wanted to be fancy for my video. That's all. I wanted to, I wanted to be all Jedi or something. I don't know. Yeah, it looks Mountain Dewy for some reason. Yeah, I think I put in a little too much lemon juice, and it's got, yeah, I think that's messed with the color. I'm not 100% sure. So Qui-Gon Jinn, gonna need the recipe. Yep, that is exactly that is exactly it. Um, so I mean, it's not a tough recipe, and I'm gonna do a video where I make it. Again, like Zoism in the kitchen style, but with a couple Star Wars themed drinks. We have a Qui-Gon Jinn, we have a Daddy One Kenobi, we have a regular Kenobi. Um, Actually, I'm not gonna. I've the drink that I made that I was like, I'm gonna call this a Kenobi. I'm actually probably gonna call it the Youngling Slayer 3000 because the blue matches the blue of Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber. But whatever. Like to have fun with the naming of the drinks, but basically a Qui-Gon Jinn's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. It's just 1 part gin, 1 part Midori, some a splash of lemon juice to cut into the Midori a bit, and then Sprite to give it the fizzy, because I like fizzy drinks. I really love fizzy drinks. That's like my thing. So, and Sprite, boom, and it did have ice in it, but it's melted because I got sidetracked doing other things. But uh, yeah, it's a good one. I like it personally. But yeah, okay. So again, let me know if there's any audio issues, and we're going to continue on with this. And let's see, we're going to cut this down. Yeah. You're out of here. Perfect. Overwrite. Let's see how that lines up. I will make it legal. All right. And so the point in the video is that we could see that the power of the Trade Federation, Intergalactic Banking Clan, Techno Union, all these consumerism organizations, that they have significant power within the Republic. So we see that capitalism is the name of the game for the Republic, because even before Palpatine, before this starts kicking off, they have the power, you know, to do their blockade, and they have the power to enforce policy changes. And this isn't too different than the society we found right now. Sounds damn good. I'll make one this weekend. Yeah, play around with the recipe too, man. Like that's to me, that's part of the fun of it, is just playing around with recipes and kind of just enjoying, enjoying the fun of mixing up the drinks and things like that, and playing around with stuff like that. So yeah, and then let me know what you think. All right. So, any questions on video editing or anything like that, or what we're doing for the process, or any questions on the video or anything like that, let me know. All right, let's check this out. Nope. Right there. Keep going past them. Right there. Well, how does that work? We just talked about this. as well. That seems like a weird sentence. It seems like a weird sentence, but whatever. We'll leave it in. We'll leave it in. Okay. All right. All right. Caught up on the chat. All right. Everybody good? No questions? Anything else? Again, it's open. It's open questions. It's open season. You can talk about anything. We are good. We're just, I'm doing the video editing just as a way to kind of show the subject, as well as to show the process that I do when I make videos, as well as kind of just, you know, a little fun, a little transparency, a little thing like that, as well, just to hang out with everybody and see how you're doing. So if you have any questions and comments, you can jump in. If you're watching on Facebook, I'm not sure I'll see the chat. I don't think it comes up because I'm using StreamYard to stream across multiple platforms, and I'm not sure the comments on Facebook will come through on the chat here. So if you want to jump on over to our YouTube channel and watch and get involved in the chat there, you can do so, just so you know. All right, let's get back to it. All right, let's go. Okay, we're going to remove that. And let's see. As we said, right? As we talked about. Oh, I think we're going to have to remove all this. Okay. Nope, that's that one up. Okay. And okay, so we can be like right here. We don't need two ands. Don't need two ands, right? How does that work? It's just a bit of a pause. So we'll move that, see how that works. Hey. It's just a bit. See if we can just crossfade that a bit. Make it less jumpy. Better. Okay, let's make sure the chat's. How's the chat doing? Where are we going? Okay, we're still caught up on the chat. All right, again, if you have any questions, if you have anything on video editing or anything, I'm just going to periodically do that for people who are going to jump in and out of the video. I know people are going to come and go, and you know they're not really interested in this information. So, yeah, I'm just going to periodically throw it out there. If you have questions, feel free to ask, whether it's on video editing, Star Wars, Jediism, Zoism, anything of that nature. You are always free to ask. The chat is open, and you are always free to talk amongst yourselves as well. So, yeah. Let me see. All right, so let's get back to it. All right. I mean, that's like a long way that I don't feel the need to really edit it. I could cut that down time wise, but I'm gonna leave this video a little bit longer because, well, most of you are gonna be watching it here anyways, so that's fine, right? So I don't imagine this one will get many views, but a la Dooku. Maybe we could do something like that. The Lost. I don't think I have an image of the Lost 20. Actually, I might have. I might have. Where do we have? I know I have a scene, the deleted scene. Here it is. Kenobi talking about Dooku and a little bit of the Lost 20 from Attack of the Clones. Yeah. All right. Where are we at on the chat? Okay. So we're still good. Everybody's still good. All right. No questions, huh? No questions. All right. Let's see where we're at with this. Let's see. Let's see. Think about right here. Before that. All right. How about that? Because he quit, and he had I don't know. I'm sure everybody knows the story of Dooku, that he hereditarily had access to, hence why he was a count because of his family. And so when he retired from the Jedi, he did have, you know, a fortune. He had money. He had establishment to go back to. So, but when you leave the Jedi Order, you no longer get the resources of the Jedi Order. You lose those things. But if you stay with the Jedi Order, and this has been explored in some of the books, you continue to, even in old age, even when you're no longer able to be a Jedi Knight or a Jedi Master going on missions, doesn't matter if you're part of the Council or not. It doesn't even matter if you are a teacher or not. If you are a Jedi and you've reached the age where you don't feel capable of serving anymore, then the Jedi Order still takes care of you. We actually see this in the new books in the High Republic. We see an old Jedi Master who's basically a cook for one of the outposts, one of the Jedi outposts that some of the Jedi are at. And he was this pretty infamous Jedi Master within the Order, known to be like a great lightsaber duelist and this and that. and to be a very powerful and commanding Jedi, but he was a cook, and that's all he did. He was no longer like really a Jedi until something, of course, happened within the books, and he goes out with the other Jedi because he's needed, and he happily, takes up that mantle of being a Jedi again. And but having that position, having a place to live, having the food, having all the resources to live, the Jedi Order continues to provide. Where we see within the Galactic Republic, that is not the case. For the average citizen, you aren't just provided for. We don't see that within the Republic. It's not the Star Trek kind of universe where there's this concept that everybody's provided for. There is very much, when we look at the lower levels of Coruscant, this very much tiered classism of accessibility, what you're allowed to have, what you can have, and things of that nature. So, sorry I'm late, folks. Long day today. May the force be with you. No worries, AD. No worries, man. There's no time here. This isn't a start to finish thing. Just kind of messing around, doing some video editing, and opening it up to general chat stuff and kind of talking about Star Wars, capitalism, Jedi, all that fun stuff, which our video's about. So, it all works together. But no, it's not. Don't even worry about it. Everybody's allowed to jump in and jump out as they need. It's not a problem at all. All right, let's see. Where were we? I'm going to go back here. Okay. Now, I think that's good enough, but we'll push this out a bit and see where this takes us. See if there's any other lines in this scene, because I don't know this scene by heart. But we'll see where this takes us. Yeah, it's all good. I think the point is made for what I need the video to be. So we'll just move that. We'll move that back. See how that goes. All right, good. And then we have to do a little something. I hope this does not crash my stream, because this has a tendency to crash this program. Let's see, where are we at? There we go. Oh, look at that. Hey, no problems. Excellent. Sweet. Okay, and just in case, we need to save project as. Save it as, where are we at? Real Jedi current. Okay. Oh, that's right. We did a Star Wars scene before this. I forgot to do that. Okay. Copy. Here we go. There. Paste that. And trim only. And that gives us our it's a little low. Let's kick it up a notch. Kick it up a notch. All right, there we go. And then we have this one, which I think we'll have to kick up too. Let's see how that works. Probably could have used the other one. seems repetitive. What's our chat doing? Anything? No. Cool. All right. Everybody just watching, huh? No questions. All right. Okay, that's buying time. We need to buy time. There is an impermanence. How's that? Right there, right there. Close enough. Good enough. Good enough. Where are we at? Okay, chat is still good. All good. Excellent. All right, and then, yeah. So any questions so far on what we're doing? Any questions on the topic? Any questions on anything said within the video? Any questions on Star Wars? Any questions on Jediism? Any questions on video editing? How is everybody doing? Are you good? I will continue to check in with you throughout the process. Hit me up. Let me know. Talks amongst yourselves. Whatever makes you happy. Right there. Clean that up. That. Take this. That there. Write that. Make sure we're good here. There we go. Get rid of that. Clean up these dead spaces because this video is going to be long enough as is. You don't need these little spaces here. What program are you using? I am using Power Director. Yeah, I'm using Power Director. That's the program that I'm currently using. I forgot how I stumbled upon it when I first started making videos, like way back when when this YouTube channel first started, something like 6 years ago or something like that. I first started out using Windows Movie Maker, which, if you have seen our JVS, which now stands for Jedi vs. Society, but originally a project that I was working on was Jedi vs. Sith, and it was JVS, and we called it JVS. And if you've seen the trailers, they're still on our YouTube channel. They're old. You got to go all the way back, but if you've seen those trailers, I made like 3 trailers for it. Those were made with Windows Movie Maker. But as I started wanting to edit videos and add in other clips, like Star Wars clips, to the videos and things like that, the Movie Maker just didn't work for my purposes. And so I went looking for a good one, and I really don't like this whole monthly fee thing that like Adobe has, where you pay like $25 a month to use a program. I'm very much still stuck in that old school uh, mentality. When I, was getting into computers and stuff at a young age, you bought a program and you use that program. And if you wanted the updates, if you wanted that, then you just bought the new edition of the program. But yeah, so I'm with, let me buy a program, let me use that program until I need to upgrade. And the only video editor that I found that really, really does that still to this day is Power Director, even though they do offer a subscription service as well called Power Director 365, which is their best, video. It's the hardcore video editing software and stuff like that. It has all the bells and whistles and things of that nature. But for me, and I've thought about upgrading to it, and if I ever find myself in a financial position where I can do that, I'll probably move to that. I'll probably upgrade to that. But mainly, I'm about let me invest the one-time service, and Power Director was really the only one that had the features I was looking for, along with the price that I was looking for. Like, let me buy the program, let me use it, one-time fee. And so I use Power Director. Not everybody likes it. It's not even ranked very high. Like, when you start looking at, if you did like a Google search of best video editors, video editing software, stuff like that, like Power Director is usually pretty far down the list there. But I like it. It works for me. I get really comfortable with programs. So the more comfortable with programs I get, the more loyal I am to them. So that's, yeah. So I've been with Power Director for a few years now. So I kind of try to stick to it if I can. I still use Microsoft Digital Photo Editor from like, I don't even know, like 2005 or something. And you can only get the trial edition. You can't get the full unlocked version of it. You can't buy the software anymore. It's not supported or anything. And I still use that for a lot of my stuff because I'm just used to it and it just works for me. It's just easy for me to use. So yeah. Thank you for asking. I appreciate the questions. I appreciate that. All right. Any other questions? I'm going to jump back into it. Don't need to repeat that twice. Try that out. Access. Close enough. All right. It's really about attachment. The idea of greed and envy, those are spoken about within Star Wars, within the Jedi. But it's not a bad thing to want more. And what our philosophy really does teach us is more about um, it's more about acceptance and being at peace with where you're at and where you're going. And you can want more. You can strive for more. You can look to live. Yeah, again, I'm pretty sure I say it in this video. You can look to win capitalism. Like, that's fine. It's not against the Jedi path at all. So, yeah, it's not really about that. It's more about attachments. Just don't let things define you. Don't let your TV define you. Don't let your, don't let any of this stuff here in the background define you. Like, if all of this stuff goes for me, that doesn't mean I'm no longer a Jedi, right? Just because I lose my Star Wars stuff or whatever. Like, that's not it, So that's really what, this is kind of about here. So, all right, let's see where we're at. Here we go. Jedi is about acceptance. That's probably where we want to pick up. Wait. Okay. Okay. There we go. Got that in order. All right. All right. Still, we're good. Chat's good. Everybody's good. All right. No questions. No comments. Concerns. Tips, tricks, automobiles. Anything going on there? Any question on Jedi philosophy? No? Good. All right. If you say so. Or don't say so, I guess, in this case, right? Stick. But that, how does that work? No. Hang on. Let's take this and move this here. Clear up that extra space. All right. Okay. What do you guys think? You think that answers the questions? You think we're good there? Huh? Anybody watching this still? This is video editing. This is what is born. Right? This is it. This is what we do. This is what I do with my time. This is what I do with my days off. Is I do that. I really wanted to add in a lot more Star Wars stuff in my original draft that I have in my head, because I don't write this stuff down because I like to make it hard on myself. I had a lot more Star Wars like clips and things in my head, but I couldn't find. I was looking for my uh, Jedi Temple map, and I was gonna take pictures of that because it kind of shows like where the levels of the Jedi Order, like apartments and things like that. So I was gonna do that, but I couldn't find it. So oh well, it happens. Impermanence of things, right? But yeah, I think we're good with that video, right? I think that almost answers the question. Okay. Cut that. Put it right here. That one. All right. Let's see. No. There we go. Yeah. Heck. There. Ooh. Cool. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in, and I don't think I've made. Is that everything? That looks like everything. Do 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 do. One of our longer videos. Clocking in at 7 minutes. Oh, okay. Nothing in the chat. All right. And what I want to use here for ending is, let's see, credits, group, custom, patrons. Let's put this here. Let's make sure it's right. Oh, it doesn't have. Oh no, it does. It has Corey. I think there was a new person. I think there was a new person that we have to check. Where's our? I think we got a new patron. I know we lost a couple, and that's fair. Because these past couple of weeks I have been struggling. Dirty Gypsy. Sky Guy Pat, my man. My man. All right. Let's see. Okay, so we have Charlie, Daisy, Snark, Patrick, Giles, Sammy, Christopher, Andro, Sergey, TD, Tony Dingman, Base Jedi, Sean Hancock, Skull Cold, Agatha S. I have not been corrected on that yet, so I'm assuming that's correct. Bear Qui-Gon, Adam Ruggieri, Samuel Jocasta, and Ray Leah. So I need to add in Dirty Gypsy. I think I'll just add in Sky Guy Pat, though. I like that one better. Because that G word is questionable. Some people find it culturally offensive. So we will avoid it. And we will go with, where are you going, man? We'll go with guy. That is the safer version, and if he wants to correct me, he is welcome to do so. Save as. Cancel. Okay, we'll just save that as that. All right. There we go. And we will need our background for it. Which did I use for the background? Overlays, I think. Overlays. Moving along. Other bubbles, hearts, money, leaves, petals. Nope, not that. Particles, maybe. Nope, not particles. Not glitch. Right? Nope. Shockwaves. So maybe not. Maybe it wasn't an overlay. I thought it was an overlay. Okay. If not that, I really have to make this. I have an end screen, our normal outro, which I have this normal outro. But that doesn't quite work for what we're doing. All right, chat's still quiet. So we will continue to look for, maybe it's in motion pack. Background. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. This is what we're looking for. Yeah. That there. See. This out. I think I'll need more room than that though. And then we need to clean this up. Okay. Try that. Yeah, there we go. That is way too fast. I cannot say the names that quickly. So we're gonna copy this. And we're gonna paste that. Thank you. Well, crossfade it a bit. And then we'll put it out that far. How about that? What should our end music be? Anybody have any suggestions for that? For like the whole 2 people still here watching this boring process? Anybody have any ideas what our end music should be? Can't be anything with words because I'm going to be talking during it. I'm going to be saying the names of our patrons, or my patron, I guess. Because I like to give a shout out to the people who make this content possible. You know, that kind of thing. You know, this video is sponsored by the generosity of viewers like you. That kind of thing, you know? Let's take a look. Let's listen to some music. See if we can figure it out. Can't be copyrighted music. We're going to need music that not copyrighted. About a little infinite perspective. So what does that sound like? Well, it's very meditation-y. That's very Final Fantasy. That's what that is. That's very Final Fantasy 7. No. Let's try something else. Okay, what's this one? Let's try this one. What does this sound like? Adding the sun. No. Let's just I kind of want a little something more edgy as we leave. What's the length of space there? Oops. What's the length of space there for timing for the music? So I'm looking at, it's about 21 seconds. Just about 21 seconds. Just a little something, a little fun at the end. I mean, I'll cut down all this music anyways, but I'll cut down music. Ooh, for my resident Sith, how about a little dark walk? What does that sound like? Ooh. Very atmospheric. It really does not fit with end music stuff. What we got? Oh, what if we go with a little what if we go with a little what is love? Huh? Go with a little what is love? How is that? Let's check it. Okay. No, not that. That's fun. Absolutely. Yeah. Let's see. I think I can. That's not working. That's not working. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's see what else we got. Dancing on fire. Ooh, that sounds exciting. Let's see with it. It's more likely to make me cry, man. No, thank you. No, thank you. Star Wars inspired. Let's see. What I was going to use these in a meditation video for Star Wars, and I never ended up doing it. Let's see. This is good stuff, man. Okay, that was about 20. Too slow. I might go with that first one, The Last Sunset. I have to remember who the artist is and credit them properly. I forget where I got that from. I know it was royalty free, copyright free, that the artist just wanted to put it out there. I mean, it's clearly inspired by Star Wars, but so I was going to use these for some of our Star Wars meditation videos that I never got around to doing. Might happen in the future. Too energetic. Let me see this. Let's see. Let's try this. I see. I would want to extend it out. That's the problem. Let's see. Have you ever listened to Teflon Sega? Saying that right? Teflon Sega? I have. It does not ring any bells. I don't know if I have, right? Might have heard them and not known who they were, but I don't think so. That does not ring any bells for me. So, yeah. No, I don't think so. Pronunciation is correct. Okay, good. Yeah, Teflon Sega. I have not. Not that I am aware of. How about that? Not that I am aware of. Still just a little too slow for me. Let's see what else we have. What about? I use this one for my musings video. Right. Let's see how that works. I'm okay with that, actually. It's a little, upbeaty or whatever, but I think I can. I don't think it'll drown out the voice. Let's see how that works. Let's just put it all to. Boom. How was that? What do you guys think? What do you think on that? That seems to work, right? Where are we at? Who's here? Do a roll call. What's going on? Any questions? How about this? Any questions so far on the video editing process or the video itself or the subject, Jediism, Jedi, Star Wars, any questions whatsoever? Anything. If not, I'm probably gonna, close it out here. Figure we're done. We've been a little over an hour. We're 70 minutes in of video editing process. Generally how long it takes me anyways, even without this, even with, without checking the chat and stopping and things like that, because I usually stop, get up, or if I need to search something, like if I did not have the clip for the Trade Federation that we put in the beginning of the the video. If I hadn't had that, I would have to load up, the Star Wars movies, capture that scene, save it, bring it over, and add it to the video. So I miss the VHS editing boxes. Yeah, there's a lot, man. I had a friend. Who, when I was growing up, we did VHS editing, where because he was very interested in getting into video editing and stuff like that as a career. So when we were kids, we had the big shoulder, of the VHS, and then he took it and went editing with all his software and stuff like that, and that was a lot of fun. So we got to do that. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, if you have questions on the video editing stuff, let me know. Was just engrossed watching the process. I'm glad it's fun. It's my own form of I like to sit down and work with the videos, but as long as it's a little peek behind the curtain of what goes into our videos and stuff like that, and what I try to do to make them a little bit more flow together and a little bit more enjoyable. Hey, hope you finally got into a live stream. Hey, what's going on? Almost Zen. What's happening? And it's almost over. I'll definitely watch the rerun. Yeah, we're pretty much at the end. I mean, unless there's a topic of conversation that comes up that drags me here, that keeps me here. Yeah, we're pretty much at the end. It is that, last comments kind of thing, because I'm just gonna do the voiceover for the patrons of our of the channel, and and that video will be good, and then I'll process that and upload it and schedule it for next week. So been going through your old vids like crazy since I found the channel. Great variety, and thanks for your content. Hey, thank you for watching. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, there's lots of old. What are we at? Close to 300 videos or something like that. It's it's a while. It's ridiculous. it's ridiculous. But yeah, we try to switch it up. I'm just that's just me though, I can't stick to one kind of video. I already have plans for new kinds of videos that I want to do on the channel and things like that. So we'll always be mixing it up and always going back to old videos and things like that, and kind of just providing a variety that I find fun and enjoyable to work on. If we do another live stream of me editing a video, I might do one of our meditation videos, or the musical meditation videos where I'm just piecing together music and stuff like that. But again, that's more, that's viewer dependent. That's if people actually enjoy watching this kind of stuff and enjoy seeing the process and being a part of the process, or having questions about it, and just kind of seeing what we do on the channel. I'm not a professional video editor, clearly, right? I just do enough to keep the video flowing in a good manner, to keep it kind of going together. That's about it. But yeah, that's where we're at. We got that video mostly edited. I'll probably go back, clean it up just a little, take out little things. I'll show an example. But what I'll do, because I already stretch it out. I stretch it out about a minute is about where I edit. I edit a minute at a time. When you're talking movies, when you're talking professionals, when you see professional YouTubers and stuff like that, or TV shows and things like that, they are editing within the seconds, man. I edit within the minute. They're editing within seconds. But I'll still usually grab around 30 seconds, kind of open it up and go through and just clean up little areas where, let's see if we can find any here. Probably about here. And see, you can just grab here and be like, all right, it's a space. And so we remove it. And then you have and that allows just a more just more flow for the video. Like you're just taking out these little spaces, and you can chop off a little time there. It's not usually a lot. I go through this entire video. I'll probably maybe get an extra 10 seconds out of it, because you're just taking out these little tiny spaces that it's not noticeable. Yeah. Pretty simplistic stuff. Again, the program that I use is simplistic in nature. It is not one of the top end one. It's not one of the ones that like all the professional use or anything like that. But again, not professional here. Just trying to make videos for everybody. So that's what we're doing. 10 minutes of editing for 60 seconds of finished product. Yeah, when I was working with the people who made the Jedi documentary, I worked with the editor a bit to see his process. Like I didn't have any input or anything. I did change one thing in the film, one thing, because he showed me a scene and I was like, this scene right here would be better. And he ended up switching them out. So I changed one thing in that film, but I wasn't a part of that process. I wasn't privileged enough to be a part of that process. Like that wasn't my role or anything, right? That was just happenstance. But the way they edit, like, the amount of footage you have, and what you're doing is definitely, yeah. I film this video here, technically, well, the one that got cut, right? So this video that I'm editing was actually a last minute redo, because the video file that I had made, that I felt I had made a good video, was a corrupted file, and I had to redo it. But that original file was like 20 minutes long, and I would have gotten it down to about 7 or 10 minutes, right? I would have been chopping that down a lot. But yeah, there's a lot to edit out. I tend not to edit out everything. I try to keep a lot of it in, because I try to keep it as natural and as real and as possible with my audience, because I prefer that. I want it to be genuine. I want it to be real. I want it to be and that's why I like to put out like the outtakes too, because that's just the reality of making videos. As a fan of Zen, seeing a channel dedicated to Jedi lifestyle, focusing on personal growth and spirituality, and that has a big connection to Zen, was a pretty cool find. Yeah, you'll find all sorts of like crossing and similarities between the two, and how they tie in together and work together and things of that nature. Especially, when you get into meditation is pretty universal no matter where you go. So yeah, all those things that tie in together, that can tie into inspiration, right? Like the whole reason like that I and others have grabbed onto the Jedi name instead of something like Buddhism or Zen or Taoism or something of that nature, is because of that real interest, that real inspiration of Jedi, of Star Wars, and just being inspired by it, and then using that inspiration as a stepping stone and growing with it. As I like to say, the Jedi path is about world betterment through self-betterment, wrapped up in Star Wars terminology and inspiration. And so that's really what it's about. That's what we're doing. So yeah, I really like that you're digging on it, man. I always appreciate that, and that you're enjoying the content and such. It's always good when people dig the same stuff that you do, and you get to really geek out on that stuff, right? That's always fun. But yeah, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're a part of it. The outtake videos are my favorite. Eventually, we need a supercut. I would have to re-download some of them, because some of the videos that I have up on our channel, I no longer have those videos saved on my hard drive anymore. I think I deleted them or I lost them. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'd have to go back and download them and do that. There's this video, I could make like probably 3 more outtake videos, not from this one specifically, but the the video file I had previously definitely has a lot of has a lot of things. Has a lot of things. Has a lot. Has a lot. I haven't seen those outtake videos yet. They're probably under. If you go look at our playlists, right? Because we have like a crap ton of playlists. I think it would be under the Opie ramblings or something of that nature. But I think if you typed in Jedi Living outtakes, they might pop up as well. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, there's a few of them. We actually did one recently. I actually put one out recently as a thank you for patrons that have actually supported the channel, because I really appreciate that. That's still insane to me. That's still crazy to me. But yeah, so we do have them. They're priceless and just really show obese humanity and humility. Humanity for sure, flawed. But yeah, we like to. I do have a question to throw in before you roll out. Sure, I'm open to questions, man. Do you have a Star Wars movie moment that made the hair on your arm stand up? Mine was the Luke moment at the end of Force Awakens. That's a good one. Let's see. A moment in the Star Wars movies that just like goosebumps, man. Let me think. Let me go through it. Because it's been a while since I saw the original trilogy. So for me, my favorite movie is Empire Strikes Back, and that's what like really brought me into the Jedi path and really gave me the idea to start exploring personal wellness, spirituality, and those kind of concepts, which was an intention of George Lucas when he made it. It definitely was the one that like really captured me, really pulled me to the Jedi, and really started me down this path. And I know there was moments within that movie, especially with Yoda, and they weren't even like big moments. I think the one that got me, the one that keeps popping up into my head right now as I think about it, is when Luke is like, "I'm not afraid," and Yoda just, good on Frank Oz and all them in that puppet, work, because Yoda just deadpan like stares at him and is like, "You will be, you will be," and like that moment, that dead seriousness of, because I have that, especially at that time, I had that enthusiasm for the Jedi path and Jedi philosophy and wanting to be a Jedi. Like, I want to train to do this. I want to be a Jedi Knight, right? And just that moment of clarity of being like, I'm not afraid. And then of a Jedi being like, oh, you will be. You will be. Like it just stopped me like for a second and just had that, like, this is real kind of moment, right? Like, this is, and there was that tension there for me. And I think that's what really helped solidify for me that kind of reality of the path, like that this is a thing, and it's not an easy thing, and it's not something that's all sunshine and rainbows, but it is something that, like, when you dig into yourself, right, you want to call it shadow work or whatever, right, but when you dig into yourself, when you dig into the real parts of you, and that can be scary, that can get crazy, that can be something, like that can be a very intimidating process, and you can learn some things about yourself, and that can be tough. So I think that's mine. I really liked, also, if we're going to talk about like the new movies, the one that was impactful for me, or that I felt was a very powerful scene, was at the end, or towards the end of The Last Jedi, with Luke, again going back to Luke Skywalker. I mean, all of it, like his going out to meet Kylo Ren and stuff like that I felt was all powerful. But that moment at the end where he's kind of levitating on the rock, and you see the binary sunset kind of come in, and he becomes one with the Force. Like that was a very like moment for me, like. And I know people have complaints about the movies, and I have my own complaints about the new movies, but at the same time, like I said recently on our Facebook page, you can have complaints, but you also have to recognize that there's moments in those movies that just they're really impactful and they're really powerful. And for me, so that was for my new ones, for the new movies, that scene with Luke becoming one with the Force was really powerful for me as well. So yeah, so I really, those are mine. Those are good ones. The First Night Sky. I really like that name. Those are good ones. I picked the Rey and Luke moment because when he turns around and pulls the hood down, bearded up, looking all badass. The music swells up, and she handed out the saber. Chills. Yeah, I was a little disappointed in the for the Last Jedi that they didn't continue the gravitas of that scene, because I agree that's a very powerful moment. Because one, I don't know about the rest of you, but like the whole movie, I'm waiting for Luke to show up. Like I'm waiting for that moment for Luke to show up, and yeah, like so when we see it, yeah, I agree. That was a very good scene. That's a very good scene. I liked it too. Yeah, it had me excited for where I really liked The Force Awakens. I know some people don't because they felt like it was a copy or a remake or whatever, but I really liked it. As all things could be better, whatever. I really liked it, but that scene, yeah, it's a very powerful scene. It's a very powerful scene. I'd have to check out the old ones again to see how they affect me. Yeah, and that's always the thing. Like, for me, I can watch them again, but it's gotten to that point that I've seen them so many times, it's pretty routine that I don't always get that same that same oomph in a scene that maybe I used to when I was younger. So yeah, but sometimes they grab you no matter the age, no matter how many times you've seen them, right? Sometimes they grab you, but yeah. I always recommend like going out and rewatching Star Wars. So I'll support that 100%. Good movie moment choices. Thank you. I think there's like a lot within Star Wars, whether new or old, or prequel, sequel, original, TV shows, books, comics, video games. I think there's moments in that, like. I mean, if you ever played Knights of the Old Republic, the reveal in that game was powerful to me, So I always think there's moments within Star Wars that can be really powerful and that can really like hit you and drag you in, and then look at you. You've spent your entire adult life chasing the Jedi dream. So there's good things. There's a lot of good stuff, a lot of good moments, and I think it's important that we should embrace what encourages us, what inspires us. If something gives you chills, if something puts the hairs up on your arm, or something gives you goosebumps, and you're like, this is it. Dig into it. Doesn't matter if it's fiction. Doesn't matter any of that. History can be just as powerful. Real life can be just as powerful, but stories can be like really speak to the human experience. And if it does that, go grab it, go live it, go embrace it. Like don't run from it. I haven't seen them in ages. Yeah, Star Wars originals. Yeah, it's been a while. Funny thing, as a kid, I didn't pick stuff up on all the Buddhist connections, all the be in the moment stuff and attachment, the meditation scenes. Yeah, the original. Yeah, the original ones. Yeah. Well, I didn't. I had no idea when I first watched them. I think I was like 10 years old. I was watching them on VHS, and when I first saw them, I didn't know anything about that. Like when I at 10, like I didn't know nothing about Buddhism or anything like that. I was simply interested in the concepts. That's why I kind of gravitated towards just using the Jedi name rather than anything else, because I wasn't aware of George Lucas's inspirations and things of that nature, or many of the other philosophies that exist in the world that also parallel Jedi thought and things of that nature. So for me, I gravitated towards Jedi, but that led me, right? That led me to exploring Buddhism and Taoism and Stoicism and all these other isms and all these other concepts of spirituality, or this energy field, right? Where you start looking into mana or prana, or chi, and things of that nature, and you start looking into these different aspects to kind of find out, because we as humans, it doesn't really matter the label. We've been exploring this thing for a very long time, and there's always parallels to be found. There's always something that inspires us. And because of Star Wars, I did look into Buddhism, and I did go to like a local, where I was living at in the time. I was living in Burbank, California at the time, and there was a Buddhist temple there. And so I explored that, and I went there a couple times to check it out, and see if it was, see if that was something I wanted to do. It wasn't really for me, but it was very educational, and it was very and they were super awesome and super welcoming, and very helpful in educating me about their particular practices and things like that. And that, of course, it just opened doors. Star Wars just opened doors of exploration of different philosophies, different religions, different concepts of spirituality, and it's always fun to explore, because you kind of get this overlap. And that's why I turned to Zoism, and that's why I kind of created Zoism into the form it is now, because it continues that open door policy without being tied to something that's fully trademarked and copyright, right? But still has that open door policy that's tied to this endeavor that humans have had for how long, right? So from the beginning, humans have looked at the world around them and tried to come up with explanations and stories and ideas for what things are and how things work, and our place in this world and in this universe, and where we fit within it all. And I don't think we should ignore any of that, but at the same time, I don't think we should actually like become dogmatic with it either. Are any of the novels focused deeper on the spirituality parts of the Jedi? I know there's a tons of books out there. There's a lot of books out there. Spirituality, I wouldn't say so. If you're looking for something practical, oh, you already said we've already talked about this in the comments before, about the Jedi Mind book, which very very much ties into Buddhism practices and things like that. Like it's very ties in. The Jedi Mind would probably be the closest to that. If you're talking about fictional books, there's different books cover different aspects. I wouldn't say any get really spiritual in nature. There's a couple lines here and there in some of the books in that. Jedi philosophy, I feel like the best ones are kind of explored either in Shatterpoint or Dark Rendezvous. Yoda's Dark Rendezvous are both really good at kind of exploring Jedi ideals and Jedi philosophy in relation to navigating the world and navigating difficult situations, and how that philosophy applies to that. But I wouldn't say they technically get spiritual. Like they don't dig in. Nothing really digs in to really what the Force is, and things of that nature. So yeah, that's. I wouldn't say there's a fictional book that I would technically recommend. You could look at the Jedi, like things like the Jedi Path book by Daniel Wallace does have a section on the Force that makes me really, but that again, like you're really going towards role playing guides, like the Jedi Academy training manual by, I believe it was Wizards of the Coast, Power of the Jedi source book, which again I believe is by Wizards of the Coast. I'm not sure, both of those have sections that explore the Force and talk about it, and they talk about it in game mechanic ways, but also in ways that where you're like, okay, I get where this writer's coming from or what inspiration he's using. He's using more of a Buddhist angle or using more of a Taoist angle or something like that. So that offers areas of exploration, but I wouldn't say there's a fictional book that really digs into the spirituality of the Jedi. I think Lucas before that and now Disney try to navigate that line. They try to walk that line without getting into it because they are worried about things like Jediism, about supporting a concept of a religion and things of that nature. So I think they try to walk that line. Be careful, start talking about being nice to people and you get nailed to a tree. Yeah, you know, religion, right? Religion tends to step away from spirituality. It's funny. But yeah. I can't wait to get Rising Storm ordered the Target Unique covered edition. Excellent. I'm always for that. I always like that they have the unique editions. I still have a couple of the Target unique action figures from the prequels of Darth Vader and Yoda that were Target exclusives. But I can't wait for Rising Storm either. I'm actually picking up the comic book series. They're having a new Tales of the Republic comic book series because they're wrapping up the one that they're doing now. And they're coming out with a new one. And it's a mystery. And it's going to tie into Rising Storm. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'll be picking up that one as well. But I'm definitely looking forward to the Rising Storm and seeing where they go in the High Republic books. Those ones have been pretty good at looking at the Jedi and their relation to the Force. And how that works. Like the Coruscant Night series books explores a bit how different Jedi experience the Force differently, and how they view it differently, and how they kind of interact with it differently. Again, it's not really spiritual in nature, but it does talk about the Force and how like a Jedi views it, accesses it, things like that. I could recommend books all day though. Like Scourge by Jeff Grubb really looks at the Jedi mind trick and how that works and the problems there. That's a Legends book, and that's been overridden by Disney, and they've kind of gone in a different direction with it. But I really like that book because it looked at the ethics of the Jedi mind trick and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm surprised they haven't tackled that yet. Yeah, again, I think they understand one of the appeals of like the Empire Strikes Back, why it really resonated with so many people was because of the vagueness of it, right? Like when Yoda's talking about the Force and when Obi-Wan talks about the Force, it's very vague in nature when they talk about this energy field that connects all living things and things of that nature. It's very vague in nature, but so it speaks to a lot of different people that have a lot of different beliefs, and they could tie it into that. They could fill in the blanks with their own thing. And the more you try to define it, like Lucas did with the prequels, where he added in the midichlorians, the more you try to define it, the more people don't like it anymore, right? It loses its appeal. And I feel like that's one of those things where I think Disney's trying to walk that line where they want to talk about it and they want to encourage it. They want to encourage the exploration without giving a direct path or without putting it into a direct box of what it is. So yeah, I'll check out the recommended books. Yeah, like free preview them and see if they vibe with you. But yeah, you usually get them at a library, depending on where you're at, how well stocked or well connected your library is. But yeah, they check them out. I like them. I have a whole thing. I have a whole thing back there, as you can see. Yeah, as you can see, all back here. You got bookshelf there, bookshelf over here, books down here, books over there, books here. Yeah, there's a bunch of books that you can get, that you could dig into. So it's all about what speaks to you. I'm also interested in your book, The Situational Jedi, after checking out your video where you read from it. A little worried about the font size with my fading eyes. but I'll probably give it a shot. Hang on a second. I think I showed it in that video, but let's see. Yeah, the font size is pretty small. Let's see. Actually, here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop screen sharing. I'll just go big here. And yeah, this is the font size is a bit small, given the book. I think if you go ebook, obviously it's easier to mess with, but yeah, font size is a little small here in that nature. I try to keep the font size small, and I know that's doesn't always work for people. Just to keep the book size down, because with self-publishing, the more pages, the higher the book count. So I try to keep the pricing down by limiting the page number as best as possible. But yeah, so I'm in Queens, New York, so I have a ton of area libraries to choose from. Excellent. Yeah, you'll have a bunch. Then you're good. You're good to go. You're good to go. You did show it. The Amazon preview was smallish. Yeah, it's on the small size, but I mean, it's like the one book that I would actually recommend. I mean, it still has like typos and things like that. You just can't edit your own work, right? A writer cannot edit their own stuff and get it 100%. So there's still issues with it, but even with that, it's still like the one book that I would like recommend and things like that. So the Situational Jedi is also available for Kindles. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Bigger font size though. It might have been 400 pages, and I'm going with a physical copy. Yeah, and so I'm working on a book right now, a Jedi book. It's more of a beginner's book, like it's for Jediism, and it's a beginner's book. It's gonna be my last beginner's book because I feel like I've done enough of that, with Jediism explained and such. And depending on where my page numbers come out, I'm trying to keep it short, and I'm trying to keep it as abbreviated as possible so that I can actually up the font size a bit and still keep it at a good price. I try to keep the prices around $10 if I can, and I'm gonna try a new self-publishing service, because last time I was going through basically Create Space, which Amazon bought out, so I was going through Amazon service, and they have a pretty steep thing of like how much the base book costs. So I'm going to try a different service so I can try to keep the base cost down as much as possible. Do you have it? Technically. I just have to find $12 worth of stuff to add and to get free shipping. Time to stock up on almonds. Almonds are good. They're good for you. If you don't have an allergy, they're excellent for you. It's a good superfood. $12 worth of stuff. Yeah, you got to get that free shipping. Yeah, that's always important. That's fun. But yeah, yes, along with the others, and you could scale your font sizes on your devices. Yeah, but yeah, it's all about which ones work for you and which ones, yeah, it's the one book I'll recommend because it covers the different situations that a Jedi might face and go from there. So, yeah. All right. We have been here for close to 2 hours, an hour and 45 minutes. Does anybody have any other questions, comments, concerns, any video editing questions, any questions on the topic with the video that we're editing? Like, not editing questions, but capitalism questions, I guess. Jediism questions. we have any Jedi questions available, let me know. I'll give you some do time. Where's my Jeopardy? Where's my Jeopardy music? Someone was supposed to get that for me. I was supposed to get it, but you know. All right. Any questions? Takes time to type out. I will leave it to you to type out. And again, if you're watching on Facebook for some reason, nearly midnight here. Have a good one, everyone. All right, G Wheeler, my man. Have a good one. Have a good night. See. Can I be your fan of White? Deaf game show, but it's still valid, I think. 100%. 100%. Different game show, but you know, yeah. You could definitely be my Vanna White, for sure. 100%. You could have held up the book and been like, here it is. Here's the things. Bye Wheeler. Almost Zen says bye Wheeler. Thanks for the chat, and we'll be falling asleep to more of your videos tonight. Excellent. I'm glad getting around those ads and not keeping you awake. That's always my problem with them. So excellent. Good. Not that they induce tiredness, they are relaxing. But when you relax the mind, right? If you're tired and you relax that mind and let it go, ooh, that's why a lot of meditation sessions can turn into sleep sessions. Get that nap session. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Hope to catch another live stream as I have more questions for you. Absolutely. Write them down. Hit me up. I'll look to get another live stream going as soon as possible. We'll see what happens. Gonna need some space and a lot of sequence. Yeah. I mean, got to get into the whole outfit, right? Good night, everybody. Hey, good night, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to all my patrons that have supported this kind of content and my silliness to be here. The video will have your names at the end of it and in the description below once I go back and edit all this stuff. Have a good night, everybody. May the Force be with you.